previously on Omega Core, the rest of the party managed to hold off the undead attackers from Ianthe long enough for her to successfully dispel the magic on the still life, cracking its frame in the process. In a wild turn of events, the souls previously trapped by its magic swore fealty to the group, and that they would march on Lilith and Ordog when the time arose. But after that, their ties to this world would finally come to an end. The party spoke to the queen and learned of Drizzt, a noteworthy Drow man that may prove to be a powerful ally should they be able to locate him and earn his trust. So the way we ended here last time specifically is that you were handed a drawing of Drizzt. Am I pronouncing Drizzt right? Drizzt? I don't know.
Oh, you're the DM. You can pronounce however you want.
he's an actual D&D character though, but I don't know if it's ever been spoken aloud before. But
this is your world, so it doesn't have to be pronounced
His name is
Drizzt.
That is canon now. No, it's not. Anyways, you had this a picture of him, and I believe that Bart was familiar with his work. I guess we could call it that, and how he's a very wanted man in Menzo Berezan and much of the Dwarven and High Elven cities as well, due to a lot of scandalous behavior. You know, the whole murders and larceny and all that good stuff. But he is a political dissident, I guess you could say, of Drow hierarchy, and he was last seen leaving Ilianor and heading presumably back to probably one of the main Drow cities after Ilianor was taken over by Ordog and the Drow army. So anyways, you guys are still in the room with the queen as well as Wednesday, and yeah, go for it.
Nomad wants to look around a little bit, kind of check out the whatever you call this place, the castle,
the retreat.
The retreat, yes.
The retreat, yeah. At this point, the queen has ordered like food for everybody, including herself, because she hasn't had food in a long time. Mm-hmm. And so, like, the conversation kind of died down a bit, and you guys can kind of like move around, walk about, eat, or kind of have casual conversations as you want, right? It's not like rude to like walk away at this point, right? Yeah. I mean, we're just like this room, or are you going to the rest of the part of the retreat here?
I wanted to just look around everywhere because there could be some clues to whatever that we're trying to accomplish here.
Okay. So I mean, it's a pretty extensive retreat overall. Like, this is designed to house dozens of people, and there's a full staff kitchen, and like some outdoor dining areas. There's quite a few artifacts on display, like hunting trophies and these strange like crystals that you don't know what they are exactly, that the queen has on display here. There's like an old dragon egg that doesn't have a dragon inside. It's like the outer shell that's also there as well, and like a big old stuffed bird, some typical like hunting trophy things that like you might see on in like a hunting lodge kind of deal. There's a couple weapons and and such as well, none of which look particularly magical. They look mostly historical for the most part.
Okay.
Like they're not sharpened even, for instance, right? She has a pretty extensive library, of which appears to be largely poetry, as well as there's like a lot of art handbooks and instructional stuff, as well as like musings on the art world at large and all that stuff. I mean, there's like hundreds of books here, so you wanted something specific, you'd have to like let me know if you're looking for what you're looking for.
Are there any books that are out that look like maybe they've been being looked at recently?
There's kind of a lot of books that are still out at the moment, I would say. Most of them, like I mentioned, are on art or literature or of some sort. There are a couple that are on Drow culture that are out as well, like an historical kind of account of Drow culture. However, based on the, I mean, you can tell just based off the binding alone that this was written by a high elf and not by a Drow. So take it with a grain of salt, kind of deal, right?
Okay.
Anything else you're looking for exactly? I'm trying to think in terms of like relevant things here. It's kind of subjective, I guess, but I mean, there's not like a master plan of Ordog to overthrow the world or something, right?
And no clues.
My evil plan in a Cliff Notes version.
Here's my 5-step PowerPoint presentation. It's on the wall. Right?
Well, okay. Is there any information on Ordog at all, or anything on Lilith even?
Lilith definitely not. She's definitely a wild card here. She has very little information known about her at all. She was a slave for most of her life anyways, but Ordog doesn't have anything written about him for the most part. It's mostly kind of word of mouth stuff. You could probably find something on House Fiarlan, he's a recent leader of House Fiarlan, so there's nothing written about him currently. But if you want to learn more about House Fiarlan, you could learn more about it.
We kind of already know about it though from our previous lives, right?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, you didn't actually go to any of the House Fiarlan establishments as previous nomad. You never made it there in Far Away, but you are familiar kind of with it. I mean, most people in general in the world are fairly familiar with House Fiarlan entertainment districts and whatnot. Like they're the ones that rule all of the the theaters and all that stuff. So they're pretty well known for that kind of stuff. It's like kind of like a Regal theater or something, right? Like the name. Yeah.
Okay. So nothing in particular there.
Yes, Diego.
Diego is gonna have his hounds go ahead and he's gonna go through those artifacts in that side room, and he would like his hounds to just give it. He honestly just wants to see if his hounds recognize any of the scents from those artifacts, especially the crystals that seem to be odd.
Okay.
Yeah, and Nomad was gonna try to pick up one of those crystals.
Okay, hang on. I gotta find some. Hold on, I gotta
I mean, they are kind of glowing, so they kind of attract attention.
Yeah, I will say also one of them is just a dragon shard, which you can definitely tell by looking at it. It's very old, which is weird to say about a dragon shard because they're all kind of old and ancient. But it looks particularly dusty and whatnot.
That's funny. What color is it?
It's blue.
I can't remember which is that. Small, medium, or large, or never mind. Okay, so it's blue.
I don't recall. I'm sorry, I don't recall.
I'll just write down. Okay, so there's a blue dragon shard there. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking. And what about the gems and stuff? And Diego's having his dog sniff around. So.
Yeah, I'm looking. Hang on. I didn't have the list prepared currently, so I'm trying to locate stuff. Where's the other one that I'm like? Oh, it's in my spreadsheet. That's why I can't find it. It's in Google Sheets, not Google Docs. Okay. There we go. So let's see. Things that the dog specifically would pick up on. Ooh. Yeah, that might be. Hold on. I need to look that up real quick. Make sure that's what I think it is.
Just throwing this out there, Diego is also looking at these things. He's not just letting the dog sniff around.
Yeah, but if we're looking at things that are more hellish in nature, right? Or
yes,
yeah. Checking the rarity of that, making sure that's not too much. Okay, good. Okay, it's just wait a minute. Okay, so there is a sword. It's a what kind of sword is this? This is a long sword. Okay, it's a long sword that is up on the wall in one of the areas here that has a very pronounced flared hilt about it, and the sword itself is golden, I guess I too. The hilt and the pommel are gold, but the blade looks like it's made from like some sort of like obsidian. It's a very black, like very reflective coloring, a material that you don't really ever see used in weaponry for sure. And there is an engraving on it. It's actually in Dwarvish, so you'd be able to read it. So this is called Flame Tongue, and it's a blazing sword.
A blazing sword?
A blazing sword. It looks like if you based on, well, okay, can you give me an investigation check?
Okay, give me 1 second.
I was almost saying the dog should be doing the investigation checks.
Give me a dog licking a sword check.
Well, either way, it's probably going to be a +0. So
It's true. I mean, you could have a negative, but it's true.
are you on?
No. Just read it off to me.
Nope, that was to myself. So that is a 12.
Well, that's fine. I mean, you're dwarven, so I mean, you would know kind of a little bit how these kind of things are structured a little bit, even though you're not a forgesmith yourself. Based on your understanding that the way that these swords are constructed, at least based on the design here, if you push the center gemstone, it'll activate some sort of magical ability. And since it's called Flame Tongue, you're going to go out on a limb here and assume that it probably catches fire.
Okay, so you said it was a long sword?
Yeah, it looks like it's a magical sword. It looks like the shape of it can change though based on the holder's needs. So it can change into a rapier, a scimitar, a short sword, or a great sword as well.
It's on the wall, isn't it?
Yeah.
It like above the table?
Yeah, not the dining table, but yeah, there's like
there's like a table with all like these artifacts on them.
Yeah, it's like hanging on the wall, like on its side. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we actually have anybody in the party that can actually use a
sword?
Diego can't, right?
I have a question because this is
sure.
Diego can use a short sword because he holds it in his teeth.
But okay,
Cassie could use that kind of weapon.
Yeah. So. Okay. So
Diego has a short sword.
That's very interesting.
He has a sword that's strapped across his back. He can pull it out with his teeth and wield it if he needs to.
That's funny.
He just doesn't usually do that because he has hounds.
Yeah.
So this is what I was thinking, is that we would kind of collect up a bunch of stuff and take it to the queen and ask her permission if we could
steal it.
No,
yes. Use as reward.
Just take this off the wall.
I mean, you can pull it off if you want to. I mean, you don't have hands, but you know.
Yeah, Diego climbs up on the table and grabs it with his teeth.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not like locked down or something. Like, this is like a private island. Like, they don't want to get too much.
It doesn't burn his teeth, right?
It's not activated currently. No, it's just it's currently black and dormant. Yeah.
I have a small question. This is more on a funny topic, but how tall was the table? When he climbed up, did he have to stand next to it, roll on, and then like roll onto it and then stand up? Or was he?
I climbed on my dogs, damn it.
Okay.
Yeah, Diego sat on one of his dogs, and the dogs lifted him up like a good boy. He went all like never-ending story on us and like is riding this thing.
Right.
Okay, so no, Diego does. He gets up and he grabs it, and he's gonna bring that back to the dining area, and then.
Hold on.
In essence, he's gonna ask the queen about it, but he's gonna wait for everyone else to.
You might want to. Yeah, you might want to have me ask.
Is there something like an armory here?
Not really. I mean, this is a summer home.
Like if they had private guards or something, is there somewhere they keep their equipment?
I'm gonna double check. I don't think I have that. Hang on.
Right. Just
I think it's kept off-site.
okay.
Honestly, I think they put all of that stuff off-site because they don't want that kind of stuff around the area just in case.
Oh,
kind
there's
of
a
deal.
cactus.
The cactus.
I see a cactus.
Oh, geez, I have to go through all this stuff now.
It was just something I was thinking.
So okay, go ahead.
Oh,
well, Cassie would like to grab Nomad for a quick second. I don't know why I got that stuck in my head.
Because he's magic.
Yeah, actually, maybe I should be Nomad.
Isn't that what the people?
Oh, they're no magic. Yeah, from Harry Potter. Yeah, from Harry Potter. Yeah.
Oh, they're no magic.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Is
I definitely don't want to call you that. Okay,
that's probably where you came up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, definitely not going to call you that now. All right.
Yeah.
So you were saying?
So sorry, is the queen still in the room with us where we?
Yeah, she's eating dinner currently. You guys are kind of walking around a little bit, and she's kind of scarfing down some food
and eyeing the dragon shard and some other stuff. So
yeah.
But you were going to say something, so go ahead. Like the gems too.
Yeah. Cassie mainly just wants to ask the queen about the horses beside in the stables. How many are there?
That's a good question. I have to look. Hold on.
But the queen doesn't just know how many.
I think I wrote it down.
I feel like there's 8. Let me check. Hang on. I put the exact amount that we needed, or no? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I put 6 in. Okay, yeah, that checks out.
Would it be all right if we perhaps borrowed some of those horses?
Well, I suppose so. I mean, they're mostly just intended for riding, like for leisure and such. So I don't think I'll have need of them. They're not war horses, mind you, so no. I wouldn't recommend taking them into battle.
I wouldn't.
But by all means, if you think it'll help you somehow, get across the land fast enough to try and help stop the war, by all means. At this point, I mean, you've saved both me and my daughter. I mean, it's the least I can do. Some horses, yes, absolutely.
Thank you. That's most gracious. Yes, anything that's faster than our own 2 feet at this point is going to be helpful.
Oh, you've been walking this whole way? Oh, dear Lord.
Not the whole way, but yeah, no, it's terrible.
How unpleasant.
It's not great. Thank you, though. That's going to be immeasurably helpful. Thank you.
She goes back to scarfing down some chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was looking at the dragon shard, but also you said that there's some crystals there.
Yeah, there are
all
some
that blue stuff, or
yeah. Don't necessarily go look on everything that you see here, but yeah, there are some strange crystals. That hang on, where did it go? I have to locate stuff here. What? There is that, but I don't know if that's useful. Ianthe, did I told you already that you don't need spell components for like revivify, correct? I believe.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's. I mean, there's diamonds, right? Which would be very helpful if you needed those. I mean, they're also very valuable. But there are diamonds there. I'm looking at what else is here. That's
how many?
On a list of. There's 3, like pretty happy diamonds.
Okay.
I mean, those are just pretty.
They are pretty.
Well, I might have some use for a diamond or 2.
Yeah. Some of us.
Yeah. Don't we need to? Did we need to buy something so that someone doesn't die?
I mean, some of us are going to need gear at some point.
Okay. Is there you're still looking up, Terra?
I'm still looking. Sorry, I'm looking for. There's a giant list of things. I'm trying to find things that are crystals.
You could tell us later if you want.
There's a crystal ball.
My balls.
Let's see.
Look for gem.
Yeah, these are. Oh. Okay, hold on. Which one do I want to include on that one?
Because anything we get here, we lose if we start over again.
If you die, yes, you would. So, there is a. Hold on. Before I say things, I should look it up and make sure I'm not giving you the god weapon of destiny. Hang on.
Well, look and see what it's rated.
Yes.
What it's
well, I mean, yes, but I want to make sure that
help.
in this specific circumstances, I mean, I put it here, but I want to make sure that like something haven't changed. Let's see. Okay, good. There is actually so there's a bunch of like random crystals, also a bunch of shaped crystals as well that are in various sculptures, and there's even like a crystal dagger, which you would imagine would be very impractical, but it's by ornamentation. There's
one-time use.
yeah. There's also this like hunting horn that is made entirely out of crystal, which is very weird, but also very elven of them. And this appears to be, I mean, you can just tell by like kind of like touching and looking at it, this is definitely magical. And there's even an inscription on it in like gold leaf, like melted gold leaf on it. That is, this is like the horn of Valhalla. And it's, give me a history check.
Go on. Oh, I'll just roll here, so I don't have to change windows.
Is that just Nomad?
I mean, Diego, you're next to him. You can do it too. So I guess you can do a separate.
I wanted to do the history check because I have a good history.
Yeah, I only rolled a 6.
I got an 18. I know history.
Okay. Diego?
I can take it to somebody else.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. Okay, I'll give it to Diego because he's like standing next to him. Unless you're gonna bring it over to Ianthe. So Diego, you would recognize this. It also makes sense you'd recognize it more than Nomad would because you're from here. The Horn of Valhalla is a historical artifact from like 300 years ago or something, where it is actually used. It was used in a critical and pivotal point in a battle to change the tides, where it actually was able to summon the spirits of like dead elven warriors, not undead. They weren't like they didn't come as like zombies or something. They came as like actual like full-fledged spirits and whatnot, and they manifested physically for a short time, and they were able to turn the tide of battle and stop a major invasion on one of like the capital cities at the time.
Does it still do that?
I definitely like relay this information to Nomad.
Yeah. You don't know. You'd have to try it and find out. I mean, you don't know if it still works. It's been 300 years, right? Like, yeah.
So,
okay.
Nomad.
Yes, Diego?
I would definitely guess that it still works. Relics like this don't just stop working.
Very good. I will take it along with other things.
Don't blow into it now.
Don't blow into it now.
Don't blow into it now.
Also, I need you, Nomad, I need you to give me a D100.
Oh, okay. I definitely got to use Discord for Roll20 or whatever it's called. D&D Beyond for that.
Yeah. You don't have those.
Are we just ransacking the queen's home, by the way?
You don't have
basically.
You don't have a set of D10s?
I have a hard time with 10s because I can't figure out which one's the 10.
The one that's a single digit is the first number. The one that's double digits is the second number.
So I got a 36.
Okay.
That
Yeah. Okay, so who are you giving this to? Is it yourself or somebody else? I need someone to note this.
Oh, the
Whoever's going
horn?
to carry this. Yeah, the horn.
I'm just trying to think of... Well, first of all, I haven't asked permission yet. So I wasn't going to give it to anybody.
Okay.
I was going to ask permission from the queen. I'm just going to steal her stuff.
I will say, for the sake of brevity, that she'll kind of let you take whatever at this point.
Okay, that's fine.
Like if I'm gonna tell you what it is, I'm gonna let you have it. I'm not gonna list the things she won't let you have. There's a bunch of things that she won't let you have. Okay.
Oh, okay, sure. Okay.
And she will notice if they're gone.
Right. Okay, so I guess I'd want to know what it does, but to know who to give it to.
It summons this warrior spirits from Valhalla.
Oh, okay. So
it's a summoning item.
Who would be good at that?
I mean, no one's good at it. You just blow the horn.
Not Final Fantasy. We don't have summoners here.
Well, I
think of it in terms of
can do summoning, but I don't know.
How much detail do we know? Like, does the person who blows it summon the spirits around them, or do they just summon spirits and they can appear kind of wherever?
Let's see.
Or do we even
within
know that?
60 feet? Within 60 feet of you.
Within 60 feet of you, so it really doesn't matter who has it.
Yeah, you'll all be close enough, probably.
Anybody can blow a horn and summon a bunch of warriors within 60 feet of wherever we are.
I will say, to help you out, you have to have your bloodline be from Faerun.
Oh, well, that helps. Who's from Faerun?
The two dwarves.
Oh, okay. Now, can Diego even... He can't blow it, can he? Because how is he going to hold it up to his mouth?
With difficulty.
You can hold it up for me.
Well, okay. Well,
hold it to my face.
Okay, the question is, can Diego use it? Because if Diego can use it, I would give it to him because he's with me.
Yeah, I mean, he could probably use it. Yeah, I mean, he can get it on his face, and he can. I mean, it won't be like hella high in the air or anything, but he can figure it out.
I mean, we can attach it to a chain, wrap it around my neck, and wait, how big is this thing?
It's pretty big. Like, it's like the size of like your arm.
Ah, shit. Okay, never mind.
It's pretty big. I mean, you could like wear it like a tuba. It doesn't wrap that way.
I can essentially have it like a sling backpack and have it just like wrapped around my shoulder and like on my back.
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple parts that do rotate, so I mean, I guess you could, yeah, sure.
And then just like swing it around, and then just when I blow into it, I'm like just gripping it with my teeth.
Okay, that's fine. So,
okay, so Matt, go ahead and add a Horn of Valhalla to your sheet and denote that it is a silver type. That is the classification.
Wait, it is a what?
It's silver type.
The color silver.
Yeah, it has different rankings based on which determines how many people it summons, and if they silver tier, which is the lowest tier.
Okay.
It summons 2d4 plus 2 berserkers.
Is this an actual item that I can search?
Yeah. Horn of Valhalla.
So he can add it himself?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Okay.
It's Valhalla.
Oh, I thought it was B. Okay,
Valhalla. No, Valhalla. Yeah, like the Viking.
Oh, silver type. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I see it there.
Yep, and there's no requirement for it, like proficiency, which is good. So.
Nice. It doesn't take attunement.
No.
Okay, good. Okay, so I was looking at crystals. Is there anything else to say about the crystals?
I mean, this is a crystal horn, but
it's a crystal horn. Okay, got it.
The picture doesn't show that because I changed it, but yeah, it's a crystal horn.
Yeah.
I didn't know you posted something.
What?
Did you post something? You said the picture doesn't show anything. I thought you were talking
sorry,
about...
I thought you were on the page.
Oh, no.
Page. Okay.
I didn't know if that was allowed.
I
Now
mean,
it
he
is.
has the item. He has the
Yeah,
item
now
now,
it
so
is.
it's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I think you guys are gonna poke around a bit. Trying to think what else. Yeah. Anyways, Bart, what are you doing?
Sleeping.
Sleeping. Yeah.
Is Bart sleeping?
No, she is currently actually moving locations for her computer, so she's going to speak through me
Okay.
for a second.
Okay,
Good,
sorry.
Lorix.
What are you
I was
doing?
asking what Bart was doing. I can wait if you want, though.
Bart is flirting with the queen.
Oh. Okay. Very interesting. All right.
He's got her the hem of her dress, and he's kind of just fidgeting with it with his fingers, and he's just speaking sweet nothings.
Okay.
Okay.
Give me a charisma check.
Okay. Hold on one
I don't have
second.
your character sheet.
Let me pull it up. Just give me a second.
I can also, if you have real life, I can find it too. But actually, I guess cares time.
Let's see who gets it first.
I mean, you're a +3. It's not bad.
About to, but if you can do it.
Also, as soon as Cassie gets a look at that sword Diego found, she's probably going to start making eyes at it.
Cassie begins to flirt with the sword. Got it.
Yeah.
So Diego's got the sword, right?
I like
Yeah.
the idea that Diego walks into the room with a sword in his teeth, and then she's just staring at him.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Cassie's going to
hey.
become very, very curious about that sword.
I rolled a 20.
She rolled a natural 20.
Oh my gosh.
Nice!
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Wednesday's getting a new daddy.
I think have Bart's baby.
Okay, so yeah, she seems rather accepting of your forwardness, and maybe it's because she's had a really long day. Her standards are lower now. But yeah, no, she kind of gives you a smile, Bart, and she starts making a little bit of a small talk with you as well, a little bit of a little sweet talk, a little like, so what do you do, Master Dwarf? What's your profession? You look pretty important with that big gun.
Oh, milady, I do have a big gun.
Oh, I bet you do. Like to see it sometime.
Well, milady, I've traveled the world and met many different people, but sometimes you just come to a place and meet someone you've just never seen before.
That's true. Okay, well, we'll leave that for a minute and come back to that. Yeah, no, but she's gonna continue to. I mean, she's like being very receptive to like your I wouldn't say googly eyes because that's not the right word. Is it bedroom eyes? Is correct? I don't know how.
It's bedroom eyes.
Yeah,
we'll go with bedroom eyes.
Okay. And she's kind of shuffled a little bit closer to you, and she's kind of stopped. Well, no, she hasn't stopped eating. She's now seductively eating a strawberry.
Of course.
Of course. Okay. Ianthe, what are you doing?
Bart is he's gulping down ale, and he kind of lets out a manly belch and then wipes his mouth with the back of his hand and just keeps staring. He's just locked eyes on her.
She raises an eyebrow at you, but doesn't look away and doesn't like blanch at that. You get the feeling that she's probably been around plenty of dwarves, that this is pretty normal behavior. Anyways, Ianthe, what are you doing?
Looking at everything that looks old or from an ancient culture.
Looks old. Okay. Let's have a look-see here, shall we? What I can find. Yeah, that looks old.
It doesn't have to be anything special. Like she literally is just interested in her archaeology stuff.
Yeah. I mean, as weird as it sounds, a lot of like the tapestries and the carpets are, you can just tell out the bat, are very multicultural and very ancient. They've been like meticulously restored. You can tell that some of these are from like palaces of like ancient cities you've heard about that like were destroyed like 1,000 years ago. And somehow they've managed to like maintain these cloth tapestries and such, which is very impressive. There's stuff that kind of like has depictions of different like older eras of the world, like you just based on like how things are presented, like there's like one that has depictions of like quote all the people of the world, and it's only like a couple races. Right. And let's see, a couple of statues and such as well, some of which you think that might have been gathered from a similar location as the tower outside, right? And these ones are more intact, though. Looks like the ones that weren't quite so well kept or were left out there. But there's some celestial statues which are quite impressive looking. They're quite large, and they're like full blown celestials, like the giant wings, right? That are depicted there, and you haven't seen the celestial at all. Most people haven't seen celestials ever. They're impossibly rare, and they mostly all died or left the plane at this point. You have Asimir, pronounced, which are Azamar.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That was an I at the end.
I just always heard it pronounced out loud as Azamar.
I need to Google this. Anyways, the half angels, right? The half celestials, like they're still Oot and a boot. What is Azamar? You're right. And they are, for all intents and purposes, like the new kind of like righteous creatures in the world. But the celestials ruled for a long time, and they were seen by a lot of other races as like deities or like demigods. And so there's some depictions of like some fairly famous ones that you've heard of before. Where's I have one celestial. See, now you're asking me questions that I have answers to, but not in this campaign. And where is it? Gleam. There we go. Hold on. Right, the Eladrin. Okay, yeah. So one of these, actually, I would say also Nomad, you would recognize this as well, because you've seen this statue before. Not this particular statue, but the same person.
That huge thing that's at the House of Healing? No.
No, that's Eldath. No, she's not celestial. No, because on the Kamakura Island, there was a chapel that had a big old statue that blessed weapons. You put them in the water.
There was that painting up above.
It was a big painting. Yes, that's right. Is it a painting or a statue? It's a painting.
It was a painting of this woman, and they told a fake story about it.
Yes, they did.
But we never found out what the real story was.
Right. So it's that same woman, that's same celestial. It appears that the name was definitely correct, though, because the inscription denotes Gleam Ariadne is the name of this celestial. And I don't have the description of Gleam anymore. Where is Gleam's?
So the idea is Ianthe discovered a statue of this celestial? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And it's very, very old. And yeah. Trying to think what else we got around here that's interesting for you. Find my lore tab here. because the queen is a collector of sorts as well. So she has quite a few interesting artifacts of history. So like she has also it's like a rune stone from the Ashlands, which is what the Southern Hold used to be called before it was exploded a very long time ago. And this is Audric's homeworld, basically. It's homeland. It's a runestone from, and like there's like an inscription underneath that tells you what it is. It's like a runestone from like the main capital city. Like it's from like the throne room, and it's like one of the only surviving anything from that area entirely, basically, because the whole thing got leveled pretty much. And it's this really like really pretty like marble runestone that has like a dragon depiction of not Tiamat, the other one, Bahamut. Has Bahamut symbol on it, and it's some sort of symbol that's part of something bigger, right? It was probably part of like some sort of larger rune like enchantment thing. That's all of the rest of it's gone, but it's part of some sort of, you would assume, some sort of like protection spell or something that unfortunately wasn't enough. Yeah,
That's really cool.
that's what I got.
I like that.
Nomad would actually recognize the behemoth because
Yes.
he studied up on it to make a javelin for Audric.
Mhm.
That was to do with that.
Good.
Let me know when you're done because I got something else I want to ask.
Okay, I'm just gonna check and make sure that there's nothing else that's of interest to Ianthe. Where are we looking here?
So did Diego give the
Oh yeah, what's happening with the sword there, Diego? 'Cause
sword to
Cassie was eyeballing
Cassie?
either you or the sword. I'm not sure which one.
I mean, did Cassie ask me anything about it? Diego's still holding it in his teeth.
Cassie's very enthralled with the sword, but she's like, do you need a hand with that? Like she doesn't want to just reach over and grab it.
The armless dwarf.
She's worried she's gonna like, accidentally cut his head in half if she just reaches out and grabs it.
So Nomad just kind of whispers to Diego, just I think that she is really would benefit from it. I think she would like it. Could you give it to her?
So Diego lays it on the table and then says, "My hounds sniffed it out. This is a weapon of hell."
The queen kind of perks up. It's like, oh yeah, that's from one of the battlefields in Or. It's pretty priceless, and it's very dangerous to say the least. It was a gift to me actually, from a general who actually killed the demon warlord who had it. But I don't fight. If you want to use it, that's fine. Just bring it back to me eventually, right?
In 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. After you guys leave the plane, yeah.
Diego was like since he has no arms, so he has no real use of this kind of weapon. He was just more like he brought it forward, just more curious of where the queen got it, which just got explained.
Yeah.
So then he just like nods to Ianthe, like, if you want it, you can have it.
You mean nods to
Cassie wanted it,
to
right?
Cassie, you mean?
Yeah,
My bad.
Cassie kind of would probably make them.
Yeah, Cassie, my bad.
Yeah. Cassie's gonna reach out and pick it up. You said it could change form.
Yeah, it can change.
How does it just kind of know?
It's
or
based
do I
on will. Yeah.
Cool. So as soon as Cassie picks it up, it changes from a longsword form into a rapier.
Cool. Go ahead and add flame tongue to your sheet.
Nice.
It is an attuned weapon, so heads up for that.
So she's probably gonna be like, if it's anything like she's gonna be there staring at the pretty flames for a little bit. She's probably gonna be a little useless for the next hour.
Little fire bugging it out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just like have like a lighter in your hand. Just.
I mean, wait, did she immediately know how to like press the insignia and everything?
Probably not, honestly.
Well, then that is one. Like, as soon as she picks it up and it changes to a rapier, Diego like informs her of that. Like, he nods to like the insignia on the base of the blade.
Okay.
Cool.
You're gonna teach her how to use it. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's a pretty decent weapon, honestly.
He says, "Hey, push that."
Push that. Very detailed instructions.
Cassie is basically going to spend the rest of the night crooning over the fact that she can now do 2 types of damage with one sword.
Yeah. Also, I need the command word, so let me know what that is going to be for you. You get to choose it. So that it causes the flames to erupt. I mean, you can use the button too, but you also could just tell it to do things, which is sometimes much more useful. You don't need to be touching it when you hit the command word. You can like put it somewhere and then have it like just combust.
So it's going to be Bal.
Bal.
Yeah.
That's appropriate considering the name of the demon who died. I mean, it's Balchuk, so I mean that's it's very on the nose.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is that the word flame in another language?
Yes, in the same language that I've been using,
I
and
wondered.
I keep lucking out that they are fairly pronounceable words. So
That's good.
Good. Yes. Balchuk was primordial demon, whatever their language is. For it was flame of the south. So that was his name.
Okay.
But he was killed. So don't matter anymore what his name was. Okay. Yeah, you guys got some good stuff here.
Okay, so I need to know. You said something about there was gems and crystals or whatever. So can I take the blue dragon shard? Is she going to let us do that?
Yeah, you can take the blue dragon shard. Yeah.
And you said there was 3 diamonds.
There's 3 diamonds. Yes.
Okay, and that's it for that's it for the gems, right?
Yeah.
Now, is there a dollar amount to these diamonds, or don't we care?
You can denote them as 500 gold piece diamonds each.
Okay. That may come in handy multiple ways. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, they're the standard Revivify diamonds, basically, to the 500 gold piece.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Diamonds. So yeah,
which we don't need for that.
You don't need but that's like that's kind of like the general like stock kind of diamond that are made usually, because they're very useful for not just Revivify but other spells that use that same type of diamond. So it's the most common cut.
Yep. Okay. So while we were looking around the library and stuff, were there any like scrolls by any chance?
You mean like spell scrolls?
Sure.
Well, you're not a wizard anymore. It's not that's helpful or not, but
no, spell scrolls are. You just can't. You have to have.
Okay, that's true.
I can't make them, but I can. And so could Ianthe. If they have to be on your list of spells, but.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah. In particular, I was looking for a greater restoration spell.
Greater restoration? Oh, geez. I mean, that's like a 5th level spell, I think.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, that's what I was. That's what I'm hunting around for.
Can
because
you cast the spell scrolls that are higher than the level you can cast?
You have to roll for it.
You have to roll for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. She does have magical spells here. I'm gonna make you roll for this to find out. Okay. Give me an investigation check. Because there's an extensive library of spells here, most of which are not going to be helpful.
Rox is going to come with him, and like he's small, he can get into crevices and like pull stuff down off high shelves for him, and basically just
okay. Yeah, so you're going to probably you're looking for a specific spell, so you probably can just draw the symbol of the spell because they all have like a spell like symbol basically, and he can probably like look at the symbol and find it. I mean, he's a bird, so he's not super smart, but he can
Okay.
match symbols.
So mechanically, what does that equate to?
That's you get advantage.
Okay. Investigation, I get a +0 on investigation.
Yeah.
So,
it's gonna be a pretty high roll.
Okay.
Telling you now.
well, I got a 10.
Even advantage? Oh, that's not gonna do it.
What did I
yeah.
need?
What do you need?
Well,
I'm not telling you the DC.
well, okay. So I could use. This is a what do you call it? A skill check or an ability check. So I can use a sorcery point to re-roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That you could. I'm not telling you what the DC was. I don't know how. I mean, 10's not going to do it. I can tell you that. I mean, like,
yeah, okay.
Wasn't even close.
Okay. Like an 11. Oh boy. Okay.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah. So I'm not even close. So I was saying I could use my inspiration on it, but it's probably not even worth it. Inspiration is what? D6.
You have bardic inspiration?
No, you gave us inspiration. I haven't used it yet.
Oh, that's a reroll. That's an advantage, basically. That's a reroll.
No, I thought it was a plus D6.
Yeah.
Sorry, that advantage.
The thing that you gave us first, it wasn't. It's not true inspiration.
Right.
It's
no, you're right. You're right. It is basically bardic inspiration. It's a 1d6. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's probably not worth it then. If you said it was really high. Okay. Also might make a good storyline if I don't find it too. But
I wasn't gonna just hand it to you.
No,
right, with an easy
that's
roll.
fine.
Like, yeah, it's an easy way out.
And
I will say that though it's find. Hold on, I gotta find. Hold on, the one you do find because of that. So hold on.
Okay.
It's gonna be similar, but not what you're looking for. I need to find. How do I sort by spell type? School. There we go. There it goes. So I want to. You got a 11. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's give you.
Well, hold on.
What's that?
I can roll a D6 and increase it if that's.
It'll give you a slightly better spell. Yes.
Okay. Well, let me do that because I don't think inspiration's gonna be gone this hour anyway. So.
True.
Is it a D6? Just.
Yes.
Checking.
Yes.
Hold on. Where's my D6? There it is. 4, so that makes it a 15.
It's pretty good. Not enough for your Great Restoration, but still pretty good. That's gonna bump you up to a 3rd level spell, as opposed to a 2nd level spell. So that's good. Never mind the appropriate one that I wanted to give you. All right. I was gonna not, but I feel like it's all right. I'll just do it. You get counterspell.
Okay.
It's abjuration with the same school of magic and similar symbology, and it's 3rd level spell. So,
okay.
Yeah, you get a counterspell scroll. So,
all right. Counterspell is tricky though because you never know when you should use it.
Yeah, but you can give it to anybody, and they can just stop a spell. So that's pretty useful.
It's a reaction spell. Like always. The answer is always. You should always use counterspell.
Well, the reason why I didn't actually take counterspell for my class was because Trevor. It's not obvious to me when one of the characters is casting a spell.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell. Sometimes it's just a magical thing they're doing. Sometimes, it's so hard to tell. So I figure,
I don't usually say, and this character casts X, Y, Z because I don't want you to know the name of the spell.
Well, you don't even say they cast. You don't even say they're casting a spell. You'll just say they lift their hand and something happens. Yeah. And most of the time, it's not a spell. It's something else.
It is. Well, yeah.
So
it's
that's
also
why
just D&D stuff too. That's 5e mostly, but yeah. But I will say this: bosses specifically do use spells.
Yeah. I understand. Okay, well that's good.
Where it's most useful is going to be end game.
Yeah. So one other thing I wanted to do was just be looking around for books on how to remove curses, or anything to do with turning people from stone back into humans.
Okay.
Very specific.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
fair.
have no
Give
idea
me-
if there would be anything in.
Give me an investigation check, and let's read your last book you can look for. So
Okay.
we can
Okay.
keep things going on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Ralston
bookworm.
is still there,
Okay.
Okay.
helping him.
Here we go.
Like,
I mean, I don't mind
Scanning.
helping.
I mean, I don't think you should
Yeah.
go help. I feel like that was the bird. I mean,
he's up on the top shelves. He's pulling stuff out for him.
All right,
He's
well,
I
might
feel
be
like
trying to
rolling.
drop it on his
should be
head.
looking for like medical books.
Okay, so I got a 14.
you find a lovely home and gardens magazine about lawn gnomes. and their decorative placement in the
Okay.
proper garden etiquette.
Okay. All right, very good.
Can I attempt to look for a book just for the fun of it?
Sure. You looking for a specific book? Or you want me just to give you a book?
I mean,
What? I didn't.
sorry, I was just thinking. I guess a medical book.
You're looking for one that's like practical or more like theoretical, or you know what I mean, like you mean like a textbook, or like an actual, like, here it has like some sort of like how to do this specific thing, right?
Well, I'm
Makes
not
sense?
quite sure how it works in D&D. So, I guess something that she could like where she could learn something new, I guess.
Okay, so like a skill. You're trying to like learn a skill here.
Maybe?
Okay. Is there a specific field of medicine you're looking at exactly? Like in terms of like, like healing potion making, like, potion crafting versus like triage versus, curse, stuff, or like what kind of field of medicine are you looking for exactly here?
I feel like I have to say curse.
Curses. Well, all right.
Oh,
While I would like to say other things, I feel like obviously she's gonna be like curse knowledge will be handy.
Okay. I think you mean on removing curses, not casting curses, right?
Mm. Yes, that would be the correct assumption.
Okay.
is what Bard has, is that a curse?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Is that what you were looking for in particular, Ianthe, or Thea, or what? Were you looking for something for what I was doing, or what were you?
Yeah, what's the intention, I guess?
Yeah, what
is the
was your
question.
intention, right?
Or is it just general knowledge?
Oh, I thought his thing was a curse.
Bart's thing?
Yeah.
I can double check for you, actually. It's probably a good thing for me to do. Let me double check that so I can verify what Walking Death is. I thought it was let me check the chapter 2. Oh wait, no, it's under the monster thing. Hang on. Please hold while I do things and stuff. It's under creations. What do I have listed as? Walking Death. I have listed as a disease.
Oh, okay.
But
thought
it's not
I
a
had it
particular.
in. Sorry.
The problem is that I think Audric or Ianthe cast a spell that removes diseases, and it didn't work.
Yeah, it's an extra planar disease is the problem. Which makes it more resilient to magic, basically, because it's not from this plane. So, it's just a super disease, basically. That was the problem. The problem was the strength of the magic, not necessarily the type of magic, right?
Okay, I guess I'd like. It's been so long since we like talked about that. I had like recalled it as a curse.
That's okay. That's fine.
So I
do you
guess
want to look for
diseases
disease stuff?
then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just looked up. I have a list of books here, and just okay. One of them is Potatoes That Resemble Goblins, a pictorial. I just
Look at the picture book.
the picture book of bananas that resemble goblins, and I'm just
I
like,
want this
why-
book IRL.
why is this a thing? Why did I put this here?
I
I
want
don't
some of
know.
these IRL books. Like,
Okay. So yeah, you can find. I mean, this is a pretty thin library. I won't make you roll investigation checks. This isn't necessarily a practical book necessarily. It's kind of not a spell scroll or something, right? So yeah, you can find a book on magical diseases that you know it that may become helpful eventually if you finish it, possibly. You don't know, right? You'd have to actually read the whole
it's
book
like
to know.
The Sims, yo. I gotta like speed run that blue that blue gauge.
Blue Cage.
Yeah.
And I gotta come up with a name for this book here. The book is called
Magical sneezes and coughs.
Ouch, my bum hurts. I don't know.
Oh no, my face disappeared. And it's in another plane.
That's true. Okay, it'll be extraplanar diseases. There we go. And it's going to be that's specifically what you're looking for. And it's going to be diseases of the unknown.
Okay.
Happy? Okay, I don't. That's all I got.
No, that's fine. So
I'm sorry.
oh man, okay. So I'm gonna have to like add this, but it's gonna be a custom item.
Also, it's like 2,000 pages. It's ginormous.
Oh, there's no search function. Wait, is there a magical search function?
There's no control F.
Says who? Magic exists and there's no magical control F.
I mean, there's an index.
If you had something like detect magic, you could use that to look for magical artifacts, or there are spells
No,
that will
she's
let
talking
you...
about in the book.
I'm
Looking within the book.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
no,
not gonna do it.
no,
Can
there
you
is
tell
no
me what
control.
the name was again?
Now it's too bad we didn't get plot points this time.
Yeah, no, you didn't get plot points. Sorry, you lost your plot points.
Did you say it was extraplanar diseases?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll call it that. It's easier. That's more direct.
Oh, I thought that's what you...
It's not, but that's better. Extraplanar diseases. Yeah, it's simpler to the point.
Sorry, extraplanar diseases?
Yes.
Okay.
And where to find them.
Oh, and where to find them. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just so many of them. That's why it's so big. This is a tome. This isn't a book. This is a tome, like a big old, like, you could like sit on this and use it as a stool kind of deal. Like, so have fun reading that. And yeah, there is an index, but it's not very helpful. Also, it's in a different language. So,
and you also don't know the name of the disease that Bard has. Or do we know that it's called Walking Dead? Or
Walking Death?
Death? Sorry, Death.
I would say probably not. I mean, it makes sense, but
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think you would know it necessarily offhand, no. So I mean, it is going to be in a language that you know, Ianthe, but it's not your native language, so it takes longer to get there.
It's not your native language, it takes longer to read, especially because it's medical text.
Yes, a lot of these words are very big. So this is going to be... Wait, you speak Dark Claw? What the heck is Dark Claw?
Is that a dialect of...
I mean, it's gonna be okay, but here's the thing. She's gonna come across exciting things and she's gonna want to share it with people. So you need to like be feeding me things so that I can turn around and be like,
oh my gosh, that's right. Dark Claw is that like kobold language you learned in your recap thing, in your resync.
Did you just look at my languages and ask what Dark Claw was?
Yeah, it's the thing I gave you. I made Dark Claw the specialty language that you had to learn. Okay, so yeah. Okay, this is by those stupid kobolds that...
There's no way. Yeah, there's no way that the kobolds came up with a medical tome that's 2,000 pages of extraplanar like diseases.
Why?
There's no way that they could come up with
this is
it.
their
now you're being
specialty.
racist.
This is their only specialty. They were good at nothing else. That's
Nomad's looking
fantastic.
through his Home and Garden magazine while she's doing that.
Also, this means that literally no one else can read this book but you.
That's right.
Because there's nobody left alive that speaks Darkclaw or write Darkclaw, because also Darkclaw hasn't been established yet. So this is a time traveling book. This is from a different timeline.
Oh, that takes place in the future?
Yes, I don't think it's from the future, y'all. Remember that? I don't think it's from the future. By like 200 years.
Oh yeah.
What? Do we know that?
Yeah, it's a very minor point. But
I did not remember that.
She's from a
no,
different time
I-
loop.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Hopefully you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because her intro has
Okay.
to do with her going to I think it's Balcreath, and it's a desert,
Mhm.
not a swamp. So
Oh, I didn't connect the dots. Okay.
yeah. So anyways, yeah, this is a book from a different timeline in a language that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you need to give me like that, or I'm gonna go look up the weirdest human disease. Oh man, I'm gonna look up the weirdest things that I can find.
Oh no.
Disease wise, because I'm gonna have her just like reading every second that they're not in battle and just like turn around and be like, guys,
Did you know?
you're not gonna believe this.
It's
Did
called
you?
it's called
There's a
COVID
thing.
57.
Oh
There's
no.
a thing where people's insides disappear to another place and they get tickled by feathers and they can feel it on this plane.
Oh dear.
This is your thing now. You're gonna just about random medical knowledge about other planar diseases, about what horrifying thing can happen to you today.
Hold on, did you just come up with an extraplanar disease, or is that a real thing in D&D?
What, extraplanar diseases?
Yeah.
I made it up, but I mean, I think it's real too. I think it's not like an established category of diseases, I don't think, but I mean, there are diseases that are from extraplanar creatures. So, I mean, yeah.
I'll have to like dig through all the D&D diseases and just find like the weirdest ones.
There's like no like real established ones in the actual official lore. You got to like go looking on like all like
That's
third
what
party
Reddit's
stuff.
for.
Yeah, that's what Reddit's for. Yeah. So feel free to come up with you can invent as many as you want.
Okay.
Just be warned, you might get it eventually.
Dang it. Fine, I'll just invent the cure too. No, because I have the book. So I have the cure. You can't do that.
You might want to read the cure first and make sure
you know how to cure it. Yeah, you can get it. Yeah. Yes, it like requires eyeballs of an ancient dragon. Oh no. All right. Anyways, anybody else want to go ruffling through this poor queen stuff? Also, Bart, I need you to give me a persuasion check immediately to see where exactly you two end up tonight.
Wow. Oh boy.
Oh.
I would just like to say, after Diego brings his sword back to the main room here, the dining room, he and his dogs just go lay by the fire.
Okay, just hanging out.
Yep. We're just chilling at this point. We saw all we needed to see.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to you about the fire anyways, because reminds you of home in hell. Yeah. Okay. So Diego's still in here, as so is Cassie. Cassie, what are you doing in here at the moment? Check curiosity.
At the well, Cassie is still focusing on her sword.
On a sword, right?
Attunement takes.
It's like an
hour,
short
right?
rest, yeah.
So she's probably actually gonna go and like sit next to Diego by the fire and lean against one of the dogs. And as she's like staring at she's just gonna be like telling him how cool this is gonna be, getting to do 2 types of damage with one weapon.
Okay.
I would say at first, like, both the dogs and Diego start growling at her. but then she just like sits in one place, and then so like Diego and the dogs are both just like, all right, you're here, that's fine, relax.
Cassie is used to animals like as large as the dogs because all of her people have like animal companions like she does. So in her mind, it's almost like Diego is like one of her. She associates Diego most probably with home.
Interesting. Okay.
I would like to say Diego is definitely more animal than dwarf. So at this point,
That's fantastic. So the two of you are gonna see the queen and Bart here kind of try and stealthily leave the room, somewhat unsuccessfully, I might add, considering that she's giggling a little bit. And they're gonna head upstairs.
do I need to roll something for that?
Yeah, can we make perception checks to see if we notice what's going on?
No, you do. You see it. I mean,
Oh, we
like
see it?
it's like they're not like they're trying to be stealthy, but they're really bad at it right now.
Bart is slightly inebriated, so he's being loud.
Yeah. And she's kind of like extra all over you, so she's not particularly focused on them. Anyways, and they're kind of like not moving anyways. So it's also her house, so she don't care.
Cassie's just going to kind of lean her head slightly towards Diego, like, are we staying? I thought we were. Should we stop him? I feel like we were supposed to be leaving soon.
I really don't give a shit. I'm leaving soon.
Bart's gonna have a glorious death here.
These are so cool. All right, it's fine.
All right, so Bart and the Queen are now upstairs, away from all the rest of you. Congratulations, Bart, on your your natural 20, followed by an 18.
Thank you.
Anybody else doing anything, or I guess anyone, or
On a more totally different tack here.
more PG send? Yes.
One thing that Nomad had said last session to the head mummy was he was talking about getting him an outfit, a suit of clothes. So he's going to take measurements of the mummy so he knows how to.
Okay.
So he knows his size.
Okay. Sure. It's Edelash, right?
I don't remember. Is that what his
That's
name
what I have
was?
written down. I was Eldash, but you wrote Edelash, so maybe I put Edelash. I don't remember anymore. Either way, that's what I have written down. That's the Ghost Blades leader, not the Mummy leader, but yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think the mummies we got names from them.
No.
But
I think
Ghost Blade is a ghost, so I don't think he's going to want clothes, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. I think it might have been one of the mummies. You're right. I think it was mummies. Yeah, because like they're like the barons or whatever. So
Well, anyway,
yeah.
I'm making it for whatever the head mummy or one of the mummies that I talked to last time.
Okay.
Whatever his name was.
Yeah, I don't think I have his name written down, but that's fine. Yeah. Okay. With what? With what are you making clothes out of?
Oh, I have cloth and stuff.
Oh,
I've got stuff.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I've got and I've got a sewing kit, and I've got I'm proficient in weaver's tools and stuff like that, so
okay,
I should be able to do that.
So, are you guys staying here? Looks like Bart is.
No, we're not gonna well, are we? Is this a safe spot to stay?
Diego's just waiting for the rest of the party. He is just enjoying himself by the fire until everyone's ready to go.
Yeah, is everyone back in the dining room now?
I would say probably at this point you've all wandered back.
Except for Bart?
For Bart, yes, he's not wandered back.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, can we assume Cassie has done her attunement now at this point?
I think it's an hour, right?
Yeah.
You gonna burn an hour? I mean, you got to take an additional hour for that, basically. I allotted 1 hour for you guys' total stay here, unless you want to stay longer, in which case it's gonna burn another hour.
Can I still talk with everybody while I'm attuning to the sword then?
Yeah, you can do whatever basically for the
Okay.
most part. Like, yeah, you don't need
Alright,
to just
perfect.
stare at it.
Alright, cool. So Cassie's gonna, reluctantly get up from the fire. Um, so the queen said we could take horses from the stable. Uh, where where did we want to go next?
And Sarah's the
Uh,
one that knows.
She asked herself.
all right. You got to, and she's gonna turn to Nomad. Um, you got a picture of that person the queen was talking about?
Definitely, I do.
All right. So that means you know what they look like. You know their name. You said you could send a message to them.
Yes, I can send 25 words or less message to anyone who I am familiar with,
All
I
right.
think is how it goes.
All right. So perhaps that would be the best first step.
So
Find
what
out.
would we say?
Hello, we are friends of the queen. We were hoping we could come talk. How many? Sorry, 25 words you said? Cassie starts like look around for like a pencil and paper and something. Like
Right.
this isn't her strong, but basically right at like we're friends of the queen. We need help. Can we come talk to you? Where are you? That's
Do,
the
do we
important. Like,
want to say that we are friends of the queen?
I mean, if
How?
a voice just appears in your head with no explanation of who it is, are you going to trust it?
Yes, but does this
We need
person
we
know?
need to explain somehow who we are
Why don't
quickly as
we say that
possible.
we are working
Um,
to
I'm sorry.
destroy the?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. There was a bit of a cutout. Who are we talking to?
we are.
We're talking about sending a message to Drizzt to see if to find out where he is so that we can theoretically go talk to him.
And try to get his help with our main mission.
Okay. Um. Forgive me. What's his relationship with the queen?
That's what
He
I'm trying to
was
remember.
the only kind of drow rebel that she knew of. She mentioned that on the day the city fell and she fled, she had seen him um, fighting his way out of the city and assumes he would have headed for the nearest major drow city. He's also has a reputation for uh, being kind of a rebel in the drow community, so he might be willing to help us, or at least have information about Ordan that he
Or
could
dog.
possibly be Ordon, or that he could possibly be willing to share.
Okay, so I would definitely say that we know of the queen, and we are speaking in her best interest.
Here's the thing,
But not that we are allied with her.
we need we have very few words to try to get across who we are, what we need, and he's not. Is he? Does he get the same amount to reply to us?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't want him to waste time talking back at us, just going, "Who are you people? Why are you trying to contact me?" and not learning anything.
So yeah, then I would definitely say we are allies of the queen.
Like I said, yeah.
Okay, so just to make sure, is that won't turn him off, will it?
We have no way of knowing, and that's not, unfortunately,
If
the
it
part we
does,
can
that
worry
gives
about.
us a bigger hint than we already have.
Yeah. The important part is just to try to get him as much information as possible in those words and hope that he'll talk back to us without wasting a bunch of words.
maybe it would be better to saying that we are enemies of Ordog and Lilith, because we know that he's an enemy of them.
Oh, that's definitely a good idea.
If you can
Right?
do that with fewer words, great.
What about we are on a mission to destroy?
Wait a minute.
Nope.
Enemies of Ordog.
Yeah.
Enemies of Ordog, allies to the Queen. What say you?
We can do more words than that.
Yeah.
Well, we can do more, but we should definitely start with that.
Yeah. That's
No,
good.
we only have one chance. I
Yeah.
can only cast this once.
I know, but we're discussing how we should structure this message.
Yes.
We can add more on. Like, I do like enemy. We are enemies of Ordog. We are allied with the Queen. Would you be willing to speak to us? Where are you?
How about willing to work with us?
I think just getting him to talk to us is a good start.
How about meet? How about if we meet?
Enemies of Ordog, allies to the Queen. Where can we speak?
There you go.
Where and when?
Where and when can we speak?
Or maybe where and when can we meet?
Speaking would imply we're meeting.
And meeting would imply we're speaking.
Yeah. So it doesn't really matter which word you use.
Okay, I'm going to say meet because
comfortable with.
I'm going to say meet because I'm a little worried that he's going to say, "Well, we're talking now. What's the big deal?" I think I need to tell him that he can reply. They don't say in the spell. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to check the word count here. I put it into Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm ready to reply.
I see. Yeah.
I'll change it based on what you guys say, but I'm trying to like figure out what I can do. Does Google Docs not have that? Let's see it.
I'm at 17 words, so I don't say who we are, or I could say, yeah. Should we say something about we have a group or something, some sort of?
I think that's covered under we are. Like you're using the words we, not I.
26 words. Dang it.
Get rid of an the.
I got rid of. Yeah. There you
go. All right. So I have, we are enemies of Ordog and allied to the Queen. Where and when can we meet? Please reply. How does that sound?
Wait, how many words do we have?
25.
25, and I'm at 18.
Love Nomad.
Yeah, we do have some more.
We seek to end the tyranny of Ordog.
Ooh.
As we are allied to the Queen.
Okay, hold on. We seek to... Say it again.
We seek to end the tyranny of Ordog and are allied to the Queen.
Hold on. And allied to the Queen. And that is...
That's not even close.
That's 21. Where and when can we meet? Please reply. So that we still got 4 more words if we want.
Where to meet?
I said where and when.
Yeah, you already have that.
We have 4 more words we can use if we want.
Viva la revolution!
Yes, that's right. Okay, is that good enough?
You don't need to use all 25. I mean, it's not a big deal.
I know. Is that good enough? Okay, so I have, we seek to end the tyranny of Ordog and are allied to the Queen. Where and when can we meet? Please reply. How's that? Going once?
Yep.
Going twice?
Okay.
Okay.
I need you, Nomad, to give me a persuasion check with advantage from the help from everybody when you send this.
Okay. Persuasion.
Wait.
With...
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hang on. Hey, wait, I gotta roll persuasion.
I mean, Nomad roll persuasion with advantage because you helped him. Because he's saying the message, right?
Oh, great. I got a 13.
Checks
I'm
out.
gonna use what?
That checks out.
Oh,
go ahead. What are you gonna do?
I was gonna use a sorcery point to re-roll.
I mean, okay.
Or is that enough?
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
That sounded about right, based on what I heard the content was going to be.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna roll anyway.
Okay.
One more roll. Where'd it go? Because it's the end of the day, right?
Depends.
I don't know if I'm helping in this, but I did roll a 17.
You can't. He gets advantage already. So yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I just terrible at rolling.
Stop being so bad with the whole hand movements.
26.
26? Jeez. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That does help. Okay. All right. You're saying the message then?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it takes a minute. It takes a few minutes actually. It's not instantaneous to get a reply back. But you do hear back, and he says, "I am no friend of either of the enslavers of which you speak, but you have my ear. Meet me at Bloodbath and Beyond in Menzo Berezin."
Bloodbath and Beyond.
Sorry, I had to.
Wait. Repeat that?
He said that. He said, "I am no friend of either the enslavers of which you speak, but you have my ear. Meet me at Bloodbath and Beyond in Menzo Berezin."
Meet me at Bloodbath Beyond and wait.
Meet
What?
me at Bloodbath and Beyond in Menzo Berezin. That's the Drow capital city.
Yeah.
Right. That's where we thought that he probably was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and Bloodbath and Beyond, you're assuming is some sort of location.
Okay.
All I'm thinking. I'm sorry. All I'm thinking is Bed Bath and Beyond right now.
That was the point. That was the whole. That was the joke. I'm glad that someone found it funny.
This is going to be either the best inn or the worst inn. Like,
meet me at this store that just has a lot of candles.
Yeah.
just all the towels you ever wanted.
For you right now,
fluffy.
Cassie is going to be sneezing uncontrollably the entire time.
Oh no!
I can't even walk into those stores.
That's a Yankee candle, not a not Bloodbath. Bed Bath and Beyond.
Bed Bath and Beyond, Yankee, anything with all of that
they're pretty
perfume.
bad. Yeah,
that was creative.
Yeah.
I mean, I stole it, but sure. We'll go with that. So creative, yes. Okay, yeah. So you've contacted him. He seems to be, but he mentioned he said, but he's you saying you're aligned with the queen was not in your favor.
I wondered.
He does not like the queen, it seems. Called both her and Ordog enslavers. So, yeah. But the fact that you were anti-Ordog, positive in your favor.
Okay.
He didn't sound gung-ho, but he doesn't sound like he wants to murder you. So that's good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Good start. So as you guys are doing all this stuff, Cassandra has been kind of chilling. She's been laying down.
The fact that the man wants to meet with us is definitely a good idea.
It at least gives us something to aim for.
Even if he doesn't agree with all of our ideals, at least he wants to meet with us as a start.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Okay.
just need to get there.
Now we just need to get Bart downstairs so we can leave.
Who wants to go get him?
I believe that.
Diego will.
I'm good. Yeah, great. I'm gonna go start heading towards this.
Diego will straight up walk up there with his dogs and drag Bart down.
Fantastic.
So, Cassie, you're wandering towards the entrance, correct?
Yeah,
The
Cassie's
building?
gonna be heading outside. She's gonna try to find Lurch and the allied ghosties to let
Okay.
them know what's going on and kind of yeah. As soon as she finds Lurch, like specifically, she's gonna be like, so I know you offered to come with us, and I appreciate that, but I was hoping I could count on you to scout ahead a little bit and uh, take most of our allies here to the area where we're going to confront the bad people.
Is this the right voice? No, it's not. Hold on. I'm trying to find Lurch's voice. This it? No.
Nope.
Oh, hold on.
Ah, that's it.
Hold on. Is this it? There we go. I can do this thing for you.
Now, it's very important. I want you all to stay safe until we get there, so don't confront anybody yet. Just general area, keep an eye on things, and you are in charge.
We are very good at not being seen. We
Excellent.
will stay in the shadows, in the trees. We will plane shift if needed. They will not see us coming.
Fantastic. Thank you. I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot earlier, but I'm looking forward to this now.
Well, that's why you have more feet. Sorry, spider humor.
Yes, I get it. That's I'm despite how tall Cassie is, I'm kind of assuming Lurch is even taller.
Yeah, he's still bigger than you.
Yeah, and she just kind of like reaches up for his shoulder and kind of taps him on the shoulder a couple of times.
Yeah. So you're the only person out here at this time.
Yeah.
Which means that you're the only one that's gonna see this shit. So Tassandra's been out here kind of just chilling with the groupies here by herself. And you know, she's standing fairly close by to you at this point. And you see her head kind of snaps in the direction of like the trees. And she makes a motion to you, she makes like a shushing motion to you as you guys are talking. She puts a finger up to her lips, and she just kind of like she turns and she hesitates for just like 1 second, and then bam, she's gone. She grabs her hammer and she like jets off in the direction of the forest at like Mach 2, and you hear fighting, and you hear her hammer like impact the ground in a really big way, and this like beam of light shoots up into the air, and you see like electricity like blasting everywhere, and then you hear something that's not Cassandra. You hear something like come toward creatures scream, and then there's a big flash of light, and then it's quiet.
Cassie runs after her.
Okay, you run into the forest, and you see the like the battlefield, if you can call it that, which is basically just like a charred, blackened circle, and you see that there are piles of ash that she disintegrated something here. You can't tell what the creatures were, and there's like a runic circle in the center that's like glowing with electricity, but there's nobody else here.
Cassandra's gone too.
Cassandra's gone.
So there's nobody at all there?
No.
Oh shit.
Wait, yeah, the rest of us aren't there?
Well, no. You're all there. I was saying in that particular clearing, Cassandra is not there, and there are no creatures there.
Okay.
Can I do a investigation, especially to see if this had anything to do with Fae, Fiend, or Undead?
Yeah. It does not have to do with Fae, Fiend, or Undead.
Okay.
I want to just
investigation
ask clarification here. When
Well-
Cassandra went off real quickly, she was running, or
No. She has a a storm hammer that Thor pulls her in a direction. So she flew into the trees.
Okay, but it was willingly.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she put up her finger to her lips to motion to Cassie to be quiet, and then like a hand like get down kind of thing, and then she just like bamfed out of there.
Yeah.
Cassie, what you got?
I got a 12.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check too while you're at it.
And you said nothing to do with.
No.
Okay.
No.
9.
Okay. Yeah, you don't recognize the runes on the ground. You'd have to find somebody else for that, probably, you're thinking. Trying to think here. The investigation check like that. You can tell that there were many creatures. Like, there was a good, 20 of them that she disintegrated with her hammer here, with the lightning. That are all kind of strewn about. They have. There's not much left of them, but what you can kind of pick apart through the remains, they don't look fully organic. They look more mechanical. Is a rough sounding word for what these elegant things looked like they once were. But something you would say Warforged, but that's also not as elegant as what these things look like they used to be. Something very high tier, like that. You would say would if you had to put your finger on what where this came from, it's probably not this plane or this time. It's something that's way beyond things you normally see around here.
Oh,
Okay.
size. How big can
So
Gather
I
how
would
you're
say
small.
like Warforged plus Insectoid.
Yeah, so in terms of form, they are. I'm trying to think how to describe these things. Especially if they're mostly disintegrated. Okay, if
For a mostly disintegrated creature, I think that's a good enough.
they are long. I will say they're small, but they're long.
Oh, and you know how I think it's Cassie can get essences from things? Can she get an essence from these?
Oh no, it's deep fried. It's super gone. And
I wasn't thinking of getting that as much as just being able to figure things out from it. But
yeah. And Cassie, so the area is deathly quiet now around you, because there was a big ruckus and then explosion basically, and then nothing, and you're kind of standing out here kind of waiting for something to either hurt or reappear or more creatures to come out, and there's nothing. But there is a goose.
Oh no.
And it's pecking at you. And I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, for God's sakes. All right. Oh, that's better. That's better. Sorry, I've switched to real dice because
Okay.
oh, there we go. 20, dirty 20.
Jeez, okay. Yeah, so this goose was going for your Omega Loop on your hand. And it misses as you're kind of turning around, and it kind of just like bites you in like the hip instead.
Oh, I smack the goose.
Okay. it does not like that, and it kind of like flies across the ground a little bit, and it gets angry at you, and it kind of hisses at you, as geese tend to do. And it kind of like bares its little like knobby little teeth things at you, and it kind of it flies right at you, and begins to attack you. And I'll give you. Okay, it's an 11. Doesn't hit you.
Does not hit me.
I mean, you are armored, and it's a goose. Yeah. So, I mean, it's biting at like your armor pieces, and it's not getting through. Yeah. But it's still harassing you pretty profoundly now.
I pull out my. Has it been an hour yet?
No. You can use the sword. You just can't light it up.
Yeah, but then that means I would have to use Hemocraft in order to do anything. So I'm not going to do that.
I mean, it's a goose that has the AC of like 6. Like you're gonna hit it.
But it's the principle of the thing.
You could probably just strangle it.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And that's probably like she's not even gonna bother with a wet. Like she is just gonna try. She's just gonna like unarmed swipe at this thing again. Like.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not making you roll, honestly. Like, although actually no, give me a roll. I want to see if it's a crit. That's basically it.
It was not.
Okay. Yeah.
12.
You. Okay. Yeah. You grab this thing. I'm by the gooseneck.
Yep.
Right. It's flopping around and flailing and trying to like flap away from you, but it's still trying to bite you.
I'm honestly just holding it for now. It's more like a grapple than anything. I'm like, look, this has to stop. I cannot be worried about this every single time. There are clearly bigger problems than a deranged bird following us around. What is it going to take for you to leave us alone?
It just keeps trying to like bite you and peck you. It's just flapping like hysterically at you.
Oh, you know what? I have a solution. I have a solution. I am going to pull like a spare shirt out.
Okay.
And cover the goose's head with it, and tuck it under my arm along with so I've got its wings pinned. And head covered, and I'm gonna start heading back towards the house.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, yeah. You walk back into the house with you've traded Cassandra for a goose apparently. So yeah.
I was like, hey, we gotta go. It's bad. We gotta go. We gotta get going. Wednesday.
Yeah.
I have a new pet for you.
Oh, it's a goose.
It's a goose.
I mean,
it's a very angry goose, and it keeps following us around, and I can't deal with this anymore. Do you want the goose?
Sure.
Great.
I guess.
And I very carefully hand the goose off to Wednesday.
And it's really, really trying to get free. It's really upset.
Yeah.
Putting the bag on its head did not calm it down at all, and it made it more frantic. Yeah. So it's just like flopping around the ground and just like running and shit. Wednesday's
I'm trying to like hold its wings shut.
Okay. Yeah.
As Cassie's bigger, like she can kind of tuck the goose under one arm, so she's got its wings pinned. So she kind of leans over and lets Wednesday kind of get a grip on the bird.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Okay. Wednesday is not able to hold on to the bird once you hold it to her. Like she gets it for a little bit, but then isn't able to like wrangle it appropriately, and it runs away, and it runs out of the room.
Yeah.
And back towards the outside.
Your job is to tame that goose.
So she runs out of the room after it, and she looks in. It went left out of the room towards the opening, and she looks like she was not that far behind it, and she looks in that direction, and she's just like, it's gone.
Mhm.
What?
I promise it'll probably show up again at the worst possible time.
Did you bring me a teleporting goose?
Yes.
Huh. Well, to be fair, that's more interesting than just a regular goose, so thanks.
That's why I thought, for all I know, it might show up again.
So, Diego, I need you to roll me a dex save.
All right, give me a second. Okay, come on. Dexterity save. That would be.
What is in the background?
Right?
Come
The
on.
Wiggles?
Are you watching cartoons?
Sorry about that.
What happened?
He had to murder the cartoons.
Oh,
Diego, you still there?
Sorry, that is a 15.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah, this thing, you have your Omega Loop on like a chain around your neck, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it goes for the chain around your neck, which is like the shiniest thing that's like visible on you, basically. And it doesn't manage to do it. One of the dogs actually kind of like bops it. And just kind of like back swipes it with its paw and kind of knocks it across the room. But it keeps on going after you now.
Wonderful.
so wasn't Diego upstairs?
No, that's Bart.
No, Diego went
Diego-
upstairs to get Bart.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, well that's fine. It's upstairs it's on the stairs with you then.
Say, why did it pick Diego? We don't know.
Because I'm a dwarf, motherfucker.
So yeah, this thing is now. I guess you're on the stairs then, and this thing is flapping out and trying to get to you right now. What are you doing?
What am I doing to try to prevent it?
Yeah, the goose is trying to like get this like chain off you, and like kind of just pecking at you in general.
I think Diego has enough experience with trying to get chains of hell off of him that he is able to, not easily, but he is definitely trying to shrug these chains off of him.
What? No, the goose is trying to take the chain around your neck, with your Omega Loop on it. Right? You have your Omega Loop on a chain around your neck, and the goose is trying to get it.
Yeah, he's gonna take that shit off.
Oh, you're gonna remove the loop. Okay, where are you putting it?
Well, he's gonna hold on to it, but he's not gonna have it around his neck.
Okay, like in the pocket then? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, okay, the bird's gonna still attack you, just because it's kind of an asshole, it seems like. So it's like picking at your legs and stuff.
Okay.
What are you doing? It's like gnawing on your leg now.
Can Diego stick his dogs on it?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're like the dogs are mostly just confused. Like one of them bopped it like at first, but like they're kind of just confused why there's an angry bird attacking you. But yeah, they kind of like snap to and like they're like, okay, yeah, we can take care of this shit. So they just like duck hunt that for you. And yeah, they're gonna go ahead and grab the goose like by the scruff, and then just like, I guess they can't run it out because they're attached to you, can they? But they're gonna. I mean, you're on the stairs, so they're gonna throw it down the stairs, and like out of sight, and you don't hear it after that. Anyways, you went up to see Bart, correct? So you're going Diego, right?
Yeah.
Bart. See, how long has it been here?
It's been a long time.
It's been a long
remember,
time.
Bart's
Yeah.
a
Diego
good.
had gone up before the incident with Tassandra.
I mean, things happen pretty fast, but yeah, true.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. So yeah, Bart, you're up in like the master bedroom near the top floor here, which I can't seem to find because my thing doesn't work. But and there we go. It's this like ginormous bed with a big old hearth and everything, and you've been having a good old time with the queen here, and she seems quite appreciative. And as you're laying there, though, kind of just soaking in the velvet sheets here, a large angry goose appears on top of you. And you, sir, don't have your clothes on. What are you doing as it pecks at you?
Let's see. Bart is gonna try real hard to play this very cool for the queen.
Okay.
But it's just gonna come down to him standing up buck naked and trying to chase the goose out of the room.
Okay. Give me a deck save. And this is more important, I think, than anybody else who had to make a deck save.
18.
Okay, good. So your nether bits are intact and they were not bitten off by a goose. That's excellent. Very unfortunate. Yeah. So you managed to chase this thing out of the room a little bit here. And you open the door and Diego's standing there. So Diego, you see a butt naked Bart chasing a goose that you literally just saw go downstairs out of the bedroom suite here.
So I like to envision that the door swings open and they both just kind of lock eyes and they're just staring.
Well, that's an interesting sight.
Just intense eye contact.
I'm trying to develop a strategic alliance. What are you doing? And then he just slams the door on Diego's face. And he saunters back. He kind of slow turns back and just, there we go. That's it.
Yo, man, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
The door's closed. I don't know that he heard that.
I mean, you can hear him to the door still, probably.
He doesn't listen. He keeps walking.
Okay. Back to your important strategic alliance.
Bart doesn't see he doesn't know why he's supposed to go down, so he's kind of just like, all right, whatever.
You're gonna go bust in the room?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the door doesn't lock really in here, which is unfortunate, but you bust in on Bart and the queen. It's a bit of an awkward sight, I will say.
Bart sits up and he's just looking pretty happy and looks at Diego again and almost humored by the fact that he's still trying. What is so important? I'm a bit busy, if you don't catch my drift.
Cassie is going to just kind of lean into the stairwell and yell up, "We've got to go!"
Bart hears Cassie's tone and he kind of gets the gist that something's up, so he turns to the queen and he's whispering in her ear. Nobody needs to know.
Okay.
It's okay. But he's saying a sweet goodbye. He's ending on a good note.
Okay.
That's the hope.
Okay. Very good. All right, so you all head back downstairs, joined by the rest of the group. All right, so you've all assembled back into the main dining room here.
Cassie is just kind of quickly explaining what she just saw, and that she is sending Lurch with the majority of the spiders and their undead allies to kind of stake out the church. We have to
Oh,
go. Whatever it is that Cassandra saw there, I don't think we want. I think it's bad. I think something is coming after us, and we need to not be here right now. We need to get going. We need to get back on the road. I don't think it's safe here for us anymore. It's time to get going.
I agree. Let's head for the horses.
As Cassie goes back outside, she does want to find one of the ghosts before
Okay.
they leave.
Okay.
And as the can like basically the ghost blades could speak to us, right?
Yes.
The ghosts can't
Mhm.
really.
Yeah, the ghost can't really.
Yeah, they
If
had a
we-
spokesman.
Yeah, and she's gonna go up to the leader of the ghost blades. If we bring one of the ghosts with us, can they communicate with the rest of you?
He shakes his head no.
No. All right. Um, we will try somehow to send word when we are on our way back. For now, just try to stay as safe as you can.
He kind of like digs in his pockets of sorts, and he pulls out a stone that has like a rune on it, and he hands it to you, and he says, this is our lodestone. We can find you wherever this stone goes.
Thank you.
Ooh, nice.
Hopefully, we will see you soon. And
Indeed.
she's gonna beat feet for the stables.
He was about to pull out a cell phone.
Call me on my cell phone.
It's a magical cell phone, but it's like a jitterbug.
Right? Oh my god.
Only does one thing.
So
Actually, his name is Carly, and he says, "Call me maybe." And yeah.
No. No.
Sorry, go ahead, Ianthe.
Sorry. So at around like 10:45, my cat was walking on my tower and she restarted my computer.
Oh no. Okay.
And
How-
it took me like definitely like 5 to 10 minutes to get back on. But what I came back to
Oh
was
no.
No.
so like
Oh,
we
dear.
were in one room just hanging
Mhm.
out. And then
Yeah.
I came back to
To Bart, I'm assuming.
Cassandra. No, it was
Oh, okay.
Cassandra in the forest, and I think it was Cassie running after her.
Okay, so you missed that part. Okay, so yeah. So Cassandra, basically like saw something in the forest, and she.
Wait, so who went outside?
It was just
Cassie was
me.
outside.
Yeah, I just went out to tell Lurch that we were leaving and that I'm putting him in charge of like all of our other allies, and instead of all of us traveling together, I'm going to ask them to go basically wait by the church.
Yeah, and then
And we will
during
meet
that
them there.
conversation, Cassandra was nearby and made a motion to Cassie to be quiet, basically, because she heard something, and then she flew over with her magic hammer and laid waste to a whole bunch of something that you don't know what they were, and then everything got electrocuted and exploded, and now she's gone.
Like, what do you mean gone?
She's
We
not
don't
there.
know. She's not there.
He's not there, and a goose is trying to attack us again.
Yes, many times.
And Cassie has basically put Wednesday in charge of the goose. She's not sure if that's going to help or not. But as like an attempt to get Wednesday more interested in the outside world, she's like, "Here, have a teleporting obnoxious goose."
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you missed. So you guys
Yeah.
are headed over to the stables, correct? Everybody? Yes? Okay.
So we have 6 horses, but only 5 of us. Is that
Yeah, so-
correct?
Yeah.
Do we want to take a ghost or a mummy with us?
I don't see if they could. I don't want to take the mummies with us.
No,
The
no.
the ghosts. I was considering having them possess one of the horses, if they were
wow.
able to. Yeah.
They could just
If
ride on the horse, couldn't they?
no, I don't. Think
Mm.
about it in terms of regular everyday people. If you see a ghost on a horse, what are you going to do?
Run away.
No, we don't want that to happen.
I
So
see.
we want the ghosts. That's why I'm not bringing them all with us because it's going to start riots.
I'm the non-believer.
But they can go. They can
But
go into another dimension or something,
that's
right?
and that's
How does
why I
that
was
work?
going to think about bringing one of them with us if they could say send messages to the rest of
Yeah.
the group for us. But if they can't do that, I think it might be best just to keep them all together.
How does the ghost? What's this? What's the ability of the ghost that they would disappear and stuff? How does that work? Is that something?
It doesn't. I mean, that doesn't really matter, honestly, to you guys, right? I mean, like, I think they can like plane shift or something to the ethereal plane, and they can also do phasing through solid matter. But like, they
They couldn't
can't just
travel. They
they can't
can't
travel like that. It's a
travel like
short
that. Yeah.
term, like
Yeah.
it's a blip.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
a
Okay. Yeah.
constant thing. Yeah.
That's why the best way I could think of for one of them to possibly travel with us would be to possess one of the horses.
And the ghost blade can be inside of solid objects.
But they
For
can't go
short term.
for short
it's
term,
short term,
like for
okay.
a round, for 6
Oh,
seconds.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So no ghosts or ghost blades go with
No,
us then.
I don't think it's going to be
You want to
extremely
take the extra
helpful.
horse though? Just
It's another mouth to feed. I wouldn't.
but we don't feed our horses. We don't even eat.
Roleplay.
Neither did the
Roleplay.
queen. Neither did the
Like,
queen.
yeah, neither did the queen. No,
Yeah.
it's just going to be
Okay.
one more thing that we have to keep track of.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't think it's going to be helpful. And
Unless,
I have a feeling speed is about to become
what
of the
about
essence.
Cassandra might show up again, or would she blink back again? We don't know where she
I-
went. We might need to take one for her
I
Or Audric.
or Audric.
I don't think it's going to be a good idea.
Well, you know where they are too. So I mean, you can come back for it.
Yeah, right. If we know how that easy that is,
Well, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
We
it doesn't hurt to
Look-
take them with us, though, right? I mean,
Yes, it does. It's going to slow us down. It's going to be
Okay.
one more thing that we have to keep track of. It's going to help the track. Like we have to move. I just have this really bad feeling about what just happened, and I think we need to be moving as quickly
Okay.
as possible.
The feelings are important, so let's go.
Feelings are important. It's a great line. Well, feelings are important, so that's great. Okay. All right. Let's get you guys out of here, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that took much longer than I anticipated. I thought we were leaving like in the first 20 minutes, but we did not. This is great though. You guys had a bunch of cool shit.
You did ask us what we're gonna do, and we did give you a whole list of stuff we were
Yeah.
gonna be doing. But
Yeah.
one of them wasn't to do with flirting with the queen. But you
No,
know,
no, it was not.
Now, I do want to just do a quick double check
I
of
love
one
that though.
thing.
Yes.
Matt at one point used a plot point to turn the world tree into a safe space for a long
Yes.
rest. Yeah.
Yes, that's still active. Yes.
Okay.
Let me double check that on my sheet, but yes, I believe so.
Just
Is that where you
wanted
guys
to
are?
make
Yeah,
sure.
where you guys headed? That's the question.
So Cassie's going to that's what Cassie's going to suggest, that for now, at least they head back to the world tree.
Okay.
To rest, because that's the closest place they can rest safely.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, they can start planning their route to
Mezzo, whatever.
Mezzo, very long name.
Menzoberranzan.
Menzo.
It's Menzoberranzan. Yes, it's rough. I know. A lot of N's in there for no reason.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. So I need travel rolls for everybody for a one-stop thing here. I have to pull up my travel stuff. Just give me a second here. I need concept art stuff. I need. Where is? It's madness. No, you don't need that. That's right. It's Dodada. No, that's not it. Where is it? Alchemist supplies. Campfire. There we go. Campfire. Mega corpse campfire version. Okay.
We've already been this path before, right? So we should be a little familiar with it, shouldn't we?
No.
Okay.
I mean, just because you go somewhere once doesn't mean you know how to. I mean, get there again, right? It's a long trek, like, right? If you know what I mean, like, it's not like there was like
You don't have to explain. You don't have to explain yourself. It's okay.
Okay, hang on. I need to find the modifiers. Give me a second here. Modifiers. Where is that? There it is. Okay.
How many people died on the Oregon Trail?
Yeah, dysentery. Roll for dysentery. So it's a +4. I should go up after this one. Okay, so you're at a +4. I need modifiers. Look at the map real quick. Yeah, we go by the volcano. Yeah, I thought it's a lot of volcanoes. And that's a 4. Deadly terrain. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's a very high DC. Have I been telling you guys the DC? I don't remember.
No.
Okay. All right. I need everybody to either roll survival or an associated skill set that you wish to use instead. I will say that if you use survival, I believe I gave you all advantage. Give me Sarah, tell me what I put for that perfume.
The perfume. Did it do? I want to make sure I get this right.
It should be in your item slide, I believe.
It makes us not as.
It makes us not as susceptible to.
Yeah, I think I gave it.
They don't know. They don't.
Advantage on stealth checks, and deathwalkers can only notice us within 15 feet.
Okay, so it's not the survival check; it's on the stealth check if you're if you are found. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. So it's not on this roll at all. All right, so give me survival checks unless you have a different skill that you believe you'll be able to utilize in this endeavor that you want to use. It's better. And yeah.
Okay, so what I want to typically do is try to persuade somebody to give us good directions and such.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that you'd be able to talk to like the stable hands, and I mean they have like an on-site hunter and tracker that they use for like gathering like the stuff, the food. So you'd be able to talk to him and kind of get the more better lay of the land. So go ahead and use that skill for persuasion. That's fine. Anybody else use anything other than survival? No? All right. Everybody roll survival then.
I got a 21.
Okay.
30, 20.
21, 20.
He's working on
Okay.
9. Ooh.
9. Okay.
If you still have your inspiration, this would be kind of your last chance to use it.
True. Yeah, you got to. You should all have 1d6 except for Nomad, I believe.
I used mine already too.
Did you? Okay.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll that d6 there, Bart.
Okay.
I also need Diego still, and what am I missing? Ianthe.
No, yeah, I had a 21.
21. Guess we're cutting it close.
Who are we
here.
waiting on?
Diego, and then a d6 from Bart. Though it's not gonna matter honestly.
It's a 2. Yeah, I rolled a d6.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2, so it's.
2. Yeah, it's 11 total.
I don't know what's up with Matt. He's upstairs. I can go check if you'd like.
Just roll. Why don't you just roll for him?
It's just a survival check. Yeah, you can go roll for him. Also, Hrafson usually gives advantage to somebody, so
He's gonna be giving advantage to Diego.
Oh, to Diego, not to Bart.
Well, Bart, we already know failed.
Bart's already
so maybe...
rolled. Like,
well,
yeah, I mean you can re-roll, but yeah, okay, fair enough.
Usually advantage you can only for the roll.
That's true.
So
okay,
somebody
Diego,
rolling for him. Oh,
Bart, you roll for him. You have a sheet up, right? Or no? I mean, I can always do it if I need to.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
With advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor, can you just go ahead and do that?
Yeah. Got it.
Thanks.
Yep. Is he sleeping? Let's see. Diego. Okay, survival check. First one is a 16. Second one is a 10.
Plus
16.
plus the d6.
Plus D6. Okay, yes. 16 plus the D6. Where'd you go? Roll. 2. 18. Okay.
So what's our totals? I mean, we had a...
Yeah, so your totals are 21, 20, 11, 21, 18. The DC was 21. So you guys know, it's really high now.
So we got 2.
You got 2. If that, granted, if that D6 had been a little higher, you would have gotten it. You would have been full, but that's a failure. So that means that everybody has to roll stealth checks to see if you're located by the horde, and you do have advantage.
Okay.
So you can't get double advantage. So or whatever. So yeah.
Yeah.
You all get advantage. So I'll roll Diego's now. That's bad. You roll with advantage, please. That's better. Okay. Got an 18 for Diego. Michelle got
I got a 15.
15.
21.
21. Hey, Bart, Ianthe.
15.
15. Okay.
Trevor, could you roll for me? I'm in the middle of something right now.
Yep. Bart. I think after this we're gonna call it quits for the night, honestly. So it's a good time point overall. Well, we'll get you to a long rest, I would say. Stealth. Bart's good at this shit at least. 12 plus 9, which is 21. And lower is a 21. Okay. Let me check my...
So how does this work with the 15 feet thing or
That's for when you're in combat.
No, some they do, they don't know. Oh, I see. So if
well, not in combat, but that's when you're on a map, basically, right? That's factored into this, basically.
So if we hit an encounter, then if we stayed 15 feet away from them, they wouldn't notice us.
Right.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Like, for instance, at the chapel place, right? The Church of Barovia. When you guys were there and you were stealthed in, they didn't see you yet. If you began like walking around them and whatnot, right, and they weren't already triggered on you, then you'd be able to get around them better, right? Anyway, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so yeah, you guys are good. Just barely. It's DC 17 on this one. You have an 18, 21, and 21. 2 15s are failures, but that's fine. You guys are good. Okay, so that's still going to be a hardship, though. So I need... Cassie, give me a D20.
$14.
14. Ooh. Ouch. Your armor weighs heavy on you and rubs you in all the wrong places. Each member of the party subtracts 1 from their AC, and it lasts 24 hours.
Even if we're not wearing armor, huh?
I guess not. Well, no, I'll just say it's, clothing. Everything, basically, in general, you're very uncomfortable all the time, basically, and everything just, all doesn't fit right. I mean, you're also on horseback too, so I'm sure that's also gonna leave a mark. However, you did get there in half the time, so it's 1 hour instead of 2, which is good because of the horses.
Mm-hmm.
So hours remaining is down 57. The travel modifier is now +5. And Bart Gentle Repose is down to 8 hours.
Okay, so what do we do? Do we just change our AC on our character sheet? Is that how what we should
Go
do?
to your character sheet. I'll do it for Diego and Bart. Go to your AC, you click on it, and you can do customize, and you can just do override AC.
Override, I see it.
And I think you go to additional magic bonus or miscellaneous, and you go to -1. Oh, wait, you can't. Never mind.
Trevor, I'm back now, so I can.
You get override.
Did you
I'm
do
doing
it for Bart?
I am right now.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Do it for Bart, and I'm going to do it for Diego too.
And so now we have to keep track of when that happened, so that when 24 hours up, we get it back again.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put that to the trackers too.
Jeez.
Yeah. Time-sensitive things in this time campaign. Go figure. Okay, so this is your AC drop hardship. Has 24 hours. Yeah, from after arrival. Yeah. Yep.
So
okay,
you should probably put mine on there. I had 24 hours to get my aging restored.
Oh. Okay. Nomad.
23 hours now, I assume, right? It's similar to the Bart thing.
Yeah. So 23 hours on that. Okay. What do you need to do for that? Did I tell you?
Greater restoration.
Right, greater restoration. That's why I was looking for greater restoration.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Okay. You've. I'll say you have. I'm trying to think. I don't do anything else about it. Yeah. So you made your way from the retreat to Yggdrasil on horseback, and you did encounter. You did run into a horde, but fortunately, because of the perfume that you had, you were able to kind of hide and in an enclave, whatever, and wait for them to pass you by. Fortunately, they don't seem to hunt horses at all, which is good because the horses were not particularly quiet. But again, they don't hunt by sound, so it's fine. But you guys did make your way back to Yggdrasil, and you are now there once again with the Wood Elves. What are you guys doing?
On our way, I want to be looking for any wanted posters for this Drow guy we're looking for.
There aren't any out here.
Okay.
This is wilderness basically. There's nothing out here.
Figured it was worth checking.
Yeah, for sure. You need to be in a major city for that. Where's Yggdrasil? I've lost it. Yggdrasil, the world tree. It's been disintegrated.
I think it's actually at the very top.
Oh, it's at the very top. I can't reorganize the freaking what's it called? Yeah. The numbering. They're just in whatever order I made them in, which is not sequential. It's very frustrating. All right, so we have Yilfrana here. You guys have gotten back to this very quiet, peaceful, until Diego comes storming back and punching more high elves. It's just area. Still waiting on the transformations. So what do you? I mean, Yilfrana is definitely excited to see Diego again. Although Diego's AFK, so I won't get into that too much. But she's ready with pies in hand, as she seems to be well known for. Get rid of
Yeah, I don't even know if we would go all the way into the village, just enough to be able to make up a camp.
I mean, they have residency you can stay in. People would let you stay with them. You don't need to put a fire on the other ground or something. They'll let you hang out with them. They're pretty welcoming people, honestly, overall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
Did you guys find the nature god the first time you were here?
We weren't looking for.
No. Yeah.
Wait, well, we did something. This is the time that Ianthe Thea couldn't come.
It wasn't here. Yeah.
And we did something because I think you had to play her part, and she rolled for something, and
Yeah.
This is where we did Bart's gentle repose
Yeah.
Yes.
to stall
right.
the disease.
I will say that we actually have Ianthe here. We could have her go try and talk to the nature deity and all that stuff, and try and do some of that if she wants to do that, right? To try and
Yeah.
try again, basically, right?
Yeah, like have like temporarily boosted, cleric powers to save Bart.
Yeah.
And if you could put a good word for my aging thing, that would be good too.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
For this time around.
Yeah. So that's right. You aren't familiar with this. Where's my dude? My dude at? Where's her? Oh, Ildur's over there. All right. Ildur is back over here. Where he's supposed to be. There we go. So Ildur is basically the guy in charge here, and he's also like the head shaman, as it were, and he's in charge of the shrine. I think you called her Mononoke, right?
Yeah.
The nature deity here. So you can head on over to him, and you can have him help you kind of like begin the communing process and like the connection process, right? If you wish.
Okay.
So I need you to give me a religion check.
And you can guide yourself before you do that.
And Robson can't help.
No, Robson is not there helping.
He's a bird.
He is a very special bird, okay?
He is.
A very
He knows a lot of religion.
multi-talented little.
My
Yes.
bird talks to Jesus.
I'm sure if we bothered to ask him, he would say he did, whether he's telling the truth or not. I mean, he's a bird. You gonna call him a liar?
You guys are hilarious. Okay, I guess I will do guidance though. Thanks for
Yeah.
reminding me.
It's your call.
Do. Okay, it's a D4. And I can add it before or after. Doesn't matter. So
Right.
I'll just roll and then add it on.
There.
Oh,
Oh,
What'd you get?
not good.
almost a 1.
She rolled a 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Okay. Yeah. So when could is?
I mean, let me add that D4.
No. Don't bother. It's just gonna hurt more. So I mean, this isn't your main deity, anyways. Your main deity is Eldath, I'm assuming, right? I believe.
Yes.
So you get the impression that not only does this deity not particularly like the fact that you're not like one of their followers and you have like your own deity, you also get the feeling that Eldath didn't appreciate that. So, yeah, you get the feeling that your own kind of spiritual situation is a little more uneasy now.
Or a wizard or whatever.
No, you're not. But I mean, it's not like your powers aren't taken away, but you kind of get a feeling of disappointment. She's not mad. She's just disappointed.
Well, Ianthe is just crushed. She's just so excited to see that Mononoke was here.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna give you advantage on it because you created this deity in a different timeline. Okay?
You'd think that would count for something.
Yeah, you think it counts for something, and I feel like that needs to play out here at least a little bit. Maybe it doesn't, maybe it does, but like I'm gonna give it to you anyways. Okay?
We can try. I have no bonus on religion. It's intelligence.
as a cleric? Oh no.
But what do you mean? You helped me build this. I have no intelligence doesn't work into any of the things that I do.
No, but you can have proficiency in the skill though. That would help. But yeah.
Oh, religion?
Yeah.
No, you could have it, but you
Proficiency
don't.
I went with like
Animal handling probably instead, I'm guessing.
I think history,
Okay. I mean,
insight, investigation,
it does. I
and
mean, it makes sense. It
survival.
does make
Yeah.
sense. I mean, you're not deeply religious. You're more of an explorer, anyways. It makes sense, but
Yeah.
it's still unfortunate. So what did you get?
I love as a clerics don't have to be religious, okay?
That makes no sense.
They do, but
Not technically.
no. I mean, did not the same thing. So what did you get with your advantage roll?
7.
Okay. So
Without the D4, so
okay.
doesn't
All right.
matter.
Okay.
It could be as
That's
high
like
as an
11.
11. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Give me the D4 because that might change a little bit. I'm not going to give you what you want, but it might not be as negative.
Just don't be mean.
What's your
10.
D4? You're 10 total?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna retcon that you don't feel that disappointment from Eldath, which is good. But this deity does not seem particularly open to you, though. It doesn't seem like you connect very well.
That's acceptable. Apparently there's Valhalla, so there's a multitude of things here. You can't connect with all of them.
True. There's a lot going on in the world.
Yeah. And then
okay.
there's no guarantee that it was a healing deity or even a benevolent deity. So
Okay, so Bart has 8 hours on his general repose, which is how long a long rest is. Is anyone else trying to do anything for him before you long rest? If not, he'll lose. I think it's like maybe like 10 maximum hit points every hour, I think, or something. To double check that. It's 1, maybe 1.
I mean, what happens if I try the spell thingy again?
The general repose. I specified it would only work once.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, we don't have anything that can help him.
However, you have that book, so I will give you an investigation check on your book.
Cool.
On your extraplanar diseases book.
And use your guidance.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm going to guidance myself again. Thanks, cantrips. Well, that's an 18 before my D4.
Okay.
It's sign.
Plus 3, so 21.
Okay.
Apparently, she's way more investigative than she is religious. She didn't investigate religion. She investigated medicine.
Okay, so you do manage to find something that sounds similar in your book. It has fairly similar properties. Not all of them are the same exactly, but it sounds like it might be something that the treatment might be similar enough that it may work. Maybe not fully, but possibly partially. It seems that, oddly enough, Nightshade works surprisingly well. However, it also kind of poisons the person as well. So you can either cure or partially cure them of their extraplanar disease here, but it'll also poison them.
But aren't dwarves either resistant or immune to poison?
I think you're right. Yes. Yes, they are. Bart specifically is resistant to poison. Yes.
Well, that would help. I'm not sure how, but it somehow helps.
So you know that you need to find Nightshade. So, are you gonna go out into the woods at night and look for Nightshade?
Would I just ask maybe these wood elves if they
I
have
know you would
any?
think they would know.
I'm gonna give you a straight luck roll to see if they have a deadly poison on hand.
Wait,
That's
you
not
mean?
helpful.
Nightshade is actually medicinal, even in our world.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, true.
It's not
Just don't take
poison.
But if you take too much of it, it's poisonous.
Oh,
It's
all right.
too much.
All right. I mean, also you needed a large dose of it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, they
yeah.
could still tell me where to get it.
Yeah, so they don't have it on hand currently, but they do stock it from time to time. If you're willing to wait a day or two, they'd have it. But if you want to, you don't have the hand time. So you'd have to go out into. There is some in the nearby woods, though, if you want to try and locate it.
How nearby?
I mean, it grows in probably quarter mile surrounding area.
Oh, okay.
They don't have a specific gathering area.
Cassie and Ralston would be able to help with that.
Yeah. Adventure.
All right, so I will say it is nighttime, and so it should naturally give you disadvantage, which means that with help you're going to have a flat roll. Okay.
I also have that globe, the drift globe.
Yes, you do. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
and yeah, is that the thing that sheds light?
It sheds light.
Okay. All right, I will drop the disadvantage, so you get advantage then on your roll. I'm gonna have you do nature or investigation. Your pick. I'm sure it's investigation.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Investigation.
Yes.
Is it just a flat roll?
It's the advantage roll.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
The 6 was not great.
No, but
20 is great though. There we go.
Yep.
All right. The dirty 20. All right. You're able to find nightshade and you believe approximately the right amount of it to do the job. You head back to produce it into the correct formula based on what you can find in the book, basically. So this is going to require a Constitution saving throw from Bart. I know he has resistance to poison, which is good. It's in your favor. You get advantage on this. So give you a con save, Bart, with advantage.
Aren't they not here?
I don't know. She spoke a minute ago. Hold on, she messaged me. Okay. All right, Elizabeth, are you here? I want to have her fail or succeed. All right, well, I hate doing this, but I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for her. Yeah, I hate doing this, but okay. 16 and lower. All right, the 16 is good enough. DC 15. So, me determine exactly what we're gonna do here for end result. Let me check out the Walking Death real quick. All right, so the end result here is going to be that you have, first of all, you have stopped its progression of the disease because it was going up his leg, if you recall. And not only have you stopped it, but you've actually reversed it, not entirely, all the way, but it's gone down to the point where it's just in his foot, and it appears to not be progressing beyond his foot. And it looks like there's going to be some like long-term side effects here, but he's not going to need to lose a limb necessarily. So for all mechanical purposes, Bart is fine now.
Yeah.
But his foot is real gross now.
Isn't he the one that slept with like? I mean, I guess blankets hide things.
Yeah, you're right.
That's true. That's true. He was with the queen just an hour ago. Yeah.
I feel like that should have been like a decision, part of the decision. How do you hide your leg?
The leg might not have been as gross right then. Like,
Yeah, but it's like, hey,
part of
what's
the-
that growing on your leg?
like,
All part of the charm.
yes.
Just a tattoo.
Also, he has a little bit of a limp now. on his foot because it's a little hard to put weight on it. But it's not to the point where he can't move around. But it's a little bit of a noticeable limp though. But so for now, unless something changes, right? Bard is healed. Although you definitely realize that you can't administer this to non-dwarves, basically. You need that natural resistance to poison in order to survive this much amount of nightshade just directly injected into your system, basically. This is a lot of poison.
What you're saying is I need to just keep reading the book.
Maybe. However, there's 2 people in your party that you can effectively cure, potentially, with the right con save. Because I'll let you keep a bunch of nightshade on hand if you want to.
Yeah.
I figured that'd be very fun for you to have in general.
Next time if anybody else gets bit and they're a dwarf, I'll just be like, all right, come here, shove a bunch of nightshade down their face.
Get your ass over here.
And it kills them because they roll low.
There's an excellent chance Cassie would be willing to try that.
Yeah, but you can do it to anybody else. They just might also kill them. It's a very good chance. So yeah.
What if I also
there is a
give
possibility.
them an antidote to neutralize the poison effects?
If you want to develop an antidote for nightshade poisoning, then you can work on that separately, yes.
Well, there are spells that remove effects of poison,
also,
probably, right?
Also, nightshade poison is a standard poison. It can be removed with lesser restoration.
Cool. Hey, I'm just going to bring you to the brink of death and then cure you.
Okay, so you guys are going to be bedding down for the evening with one of the hunter-gatherer kind of people that goes out into the field, and he's out for the rest of the week, and the yield the door so that you can go ahead and use his place because he's totally chill with it. Basically, he's a chill dude. And so you guys can all go ahead and take your first long rest of the game. And I'm going to go ahead and change all of our timers now by 8 hours. Okay. So we're now at 69 hours. No, sorry, 49 hours. And Bart's and Repose timer has disappeared. And the hardship thing has gone down to whatever 24 minus 8 is, which is 16. Yes. And then the nomad thing is down another 8, so that's going to be 15. Okay. Our timers have been updated.
And our travel modifier, I think you said resets to 0 now.
Let me double check. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave for tonight.